First road game of the season, and a long road trip it was as the Badgers had the return dates with Washington State, a team they hosted at Camp Randall last September, and a trip out to Pullman for a Saturday night matchup against, yes, a Pac-12 team. This year it is still the Pac-12. We'll check out some of the highlights of Saturday's game. We'll sit down with left tackle Jack Nelson, and we'll have our weekly chat with head coach Luke Fickle. All coming up on today's edition of the Badgers Sports Report.
Williams wide right, DK to the left. Allen in there at running back to the left of Mordecai. For the Badger 39-yard line, snap to Mordecai. Reads it, pulls it back, heaves it deep, left side, wants Chimray. DK got it inside the 25, and DK down to the 20-yard line. The 24-yard line, Wisconsin territory. Ward takes a snap. Badgers sending 4. Ward wheels out of traffic, moving to his right. Looking, pressured, still pressured. Got away from Thompson. No, he didn't. James Thompson able to pull him down at the 29-yard line. It looked like he was going to escape Thompson. No, sir. Third down and 11. Washington State at the Wisconsin 34-yard line. Ward gets the snap, back to throw, looking, pressured by Cheney, who takes down the quarterback outside the 45-yard line. Oh, big-time play by Jake Cheney, and that drives the Cougars out of field goal range. Pecos has been good from 49 and 34. This will be a 29-yard attempt. Everybody's set. Peter Bowden snaps. Gavin Myers will hold. Snap clean, ball down, kick is in the air, and it is good. And Vacos is 3 for 3 here in this first half. Malusi and Allen in the backfield. Will Pauling out to the left, DK to the right. Mordecai will duck under his center, Tanner Bordolini. Pauling motions right. And Mordecai, a little misdirection toss left side. Malusi angles left to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Oh, that's a beautiful play. It's been around for years at the college as well as the NFL level. Little misdirection toss to Malusi, breaking left, and the Badgers are in for the first time in this game. Play clock is at 5. Big third down coming up at the Badger 42-yard line. Handoff, Watson, and he got rocked behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, my goodness. I think that was Jordan Turner who brought it on the former Badger. They'll mark at the 43-yard line, and now it's 4th and 4.
Let's go, man. Hey, you done my 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
The end around, Chimray DK to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Pass pops out of the air. It's picked off by Muma Jameta. He's gone. Braylon Allen all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And it's picked off by Hunter Waller. There is a big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors, buildingwisconsintogether.com. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus. Designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey. A small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
These are operating engineers. They operate top-of-the-line, innovative machines and build stuff that matters. And operating engineers are well paid. They even get paid to train. As an apprentice, you can make $56,000 a year from day one during training. No school loans and no debt. When your training is complete, you'll have a stable career job that is high skill, high tech, and high pay. We need operating engineers right now. Your future can begin today.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
3 on the left, Williams, Rucci, and Bell. Mordecai takes the snap, looking to throw. Lost it out, right side. Bryson Green got it, 35 to the 30, and stumbles to the turf near the 25-yard line. He got behind Lampkin. Beautiful throw from Mordecai, and the Badgers are threatening again. Ches Belusi, the running back from the Washington State 16-yard line. Mordecai fakes the handoff, back to throw, dancing around under pressure from Ron Stone. Tanner looks, throws left side, end zone, caught! Skylar Bell, touchdown, Wisconsin! Oh, what work by Tanner Mordecai to avoid the sack and connect for the touchdown as Wisconsin pulls to within 2.
I don't think you can visualize how difficult this is. Stone all over him, forcing him left, and Mordecai keeps his eyes down the field and delivers it exactly where he needs to for Bell to bring that in. That was beautiful.
Jalen Jenkins is the running back. Ward fakes the toss, pressured by Jung Meta. Ward got away once, and not the second time. Jung Meta able to wrap him up inside the 25-yard line. Great effort from the linebacker. On 2nd and 11, Ward to throw, pockets tight. Thompson got him. Let's see if it's a safety or not. But did he stay out of the end zone? Was progress stopped there? They'll say stop just outside the goal line.
The runner's progress is stopped on the 1-yard line. 3rd down.
Boy, did they cave that in.
Two fumbles, on their side of the field really hurt us. We didn't start fast. I was proud of the guys of how we came out second half. It shows a lot about who we are, but it's hard to win football games when you stuck yourself in that big of a hole.
This is the finer thing. This is, playing together. This is, finding ways to finish. I mean, you find a way to finish and it's a completely different thing. And yeah, I mean, it's always about, continuing to grow. And I'm not going to blame it on, well, this is the first year of this offense or this defense. No, the reality is we have enough talent to win, and we can play well enough to win. And I don't think that anything should hold us back. We just have got to find ways to do better jobs of putting our guys into situations where they can be successful. And so I'll put that on myself, and we'll continue to grow.
I'm going to do everything in my power. I know for sure myself, that we're going to remember how this feels. I'll remember how this feels. I'm going to push these dudes hard as I possibly can in the role that I have. I know Coach Fick's going to do a great job of it. So I'm going to do everything I have in my power to make sure this doesn't happen again.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. We believe in financial security for Wisconsin public school employees and their families. WEA Member Benefits, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. WEAbenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.
I had big dreams. Then I got sick. UW Health made it their mission to give me a fresh start and a new kidney. Now my dreams are infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Going to delve into a topic. Hope it makes sense the way I'm explaining this as we visit with head coach Luke Fickle. Luke, Mark Tauscher and I have talked over the years, and we brought it up again in the early portion of the season where even Tausch says coaches have this almost kind of a warped mentality, for lack of a delicate way of putting it, about adversity? Because you've talked about it since day one here. I mean, day one when you got the job, that it's going to happen. You want to see how guys handle it. So as much as you want a perfect game, you know that's probably not going to happen. So is there a part of you that if it's the season opener, game 2, game 3, like, all right, something's going a little sideways here. I want to see how these guys take care of it.
I appreciate that with the warped mentality.
Try
'Cause
to,
that's not abnormal. No, I think in all that you do when you're growing, in the program, you're trying to find ways to put guys in adverse situations, right? Well, that's what our weight room's really about. It's not weightlifting. It's not, 40-yard dash times and things like that. It's just creating an environment where you put them in some adverse situations and see how they handle things, because that's what the game is all about. Things that go really smooth and you're up by 24 points at halftime, it's hard to find out what you got. But at least Saturday was great to be able to see us and be in a situation where, at halftime it's 14-10 and you're not doing what exactly you expect to do maybe in some ways. And to see how that kind of adversity there, you handle it, you score a touchdown or you turn the ball over, you really want to be able to see those things. And it's hard to manufacture outside of an actual game day because of the intensity and the scrutiny that obviously goes into a game day. So I thought that we got an opportunity to see a little bit more about ourselves.
It's the delicate balance, I guess, of the nature of this sport in particular. You need the intensity, but you need a little bit of maybe even keel, particularly at the quarterback spot, and maybe even the secondary, because that's what everybody sees, right? Someone gets beat over the top, quarterback throws a bad ball, but you need that kind of level. Let's don't get all flustered at what just happened.
There's a definite difference in the way that the mentality in some things, and I always say about a competitive spirit, right? I've had some of those guys that are over competitive, and at some of those positions, it's really difficult because it's a position where there's going to be some failures, and they're catastrophic, whether it's the quarterback position, a lot of times in the back end at corner spot, and sometimes the deep at the safeties. And they've got to be able to have a little bit more control than maybe some of the guys like myself that, when we got out of control, it was a 2 or 3 or 4 yard gain, and that's not the case in some those other positions.
One of the things I've learned over the years talking with coaches who have been with great teams, or players part of great teams, undefeated teams, they say it's never as smooth as you think. You've been through undefeated seasons, you've been in championship seasons, but there's always something, right? That a coach, that a player, don't know when it's going to be, but there's always something that you have to overcome.
There is, and it's, whether it's in games or there's just no matter what. I mean, this game in particular, there's going to be something, and usually it's going to be in every game. Even if it's a game where you feel like it's really handled well, there's going to be situations, and it's interesting because everybody handles them a little bit different, right? Mm-hmm. And you handle them different each and every year. Like, Tanner maybe handled it in one way the last couple of years wherever he was, but now he's in a new environment with new people and maybe some other things that are on his shoulder. So we're new coaches together, so we've got to be able to handle things as well. And I think you learn so much more about ourselves and each other and your team when you're at least faced with some more adverse situations.
You mentioned a couple of minutes ago competitive spirit again. We talked in the first show of this season about how you want the quarterback specifically to compete, but learn something from Tanner Mordecai every day. And then there's the competitive spirit in the running back room. And Badger fans have been blessed. We've been blessed to watch some really outstanding tandems over the years. Sometimes there's more than two. But certainly you have an outstanding duo here with Braylon Allen and Ches Malusi. Opening day, we see an example, right? Ches breaks a big run, and you just know Braylon can't get out there fast enough. That's a good thing, though, because they pull for each other, but if he gets 8, I want 9. That's how it works.
There's no doubt. If there's one thing that we've seen, even through fall camp and some of the stuff, that they do feed off each other, and what one does, the other wants to do as well. And there's nothing like that peer pressure and that competitive spirit. We did see it on Saturday. There's no doubt. I'm not saying it wouldn't have happened had it, been vice versa, or, Braylon would have still done what he did if Ches hadn't broke off an 89-yard run. But I think just the nature of what it is, those two guys, those competitive spirit, that healthy competition they have with each other, they make each other better in everything that they do.
And how about the opportunities to learn? And, we see Jackson Aker on the field, but somebody like him, Cade Giacomelli, young guy, Nate White out of Milwaukee, they see that, this is what you have to do. Always something to be learned.
It is, and it's those two guys in particular, I think, will make a great example in our locker room as well, because there's competitive situations across the board, but you just don't see them as much, right? You always see it at those positions. You see it at the quarterback position. I mean, we got 3 guys we would call starters at linebacker. And, you know, there's only going to be 2 of them sometimes out there to start, and there's going to have to be a way to roll. And so that healthy competition, those guys make each other better by the way that they play, the effort they put into, and the little things that they do.
All right, that's head coach Luke Fickle. His team back home this week to take on Georgia Southern. Stay with us. More to come on our Badgers Sports Report as we sit down with Badgers left tackle Jack Nelson. We'll be right back.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
WEA Member Benefits, dedicated to helping Wisconsin public school employees become financially secure with programs designed for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
Well, the Badgers' offensive line looks like it could be a very deep unit. Always helps to have a great anchor at left tackle, and with that we bring in Jack Nelson, year 2 as a starter in that position. I think I have to remind myself that you were a guard a couple of years ago. Take us through that. Rewind the clock a little bit as you moved back to the tackle spot from right guard the previous year. How long did it take for you to feel like, all right, I'm back home, this is where I need to be and help the team?
Yeah, well, I mean, as soon as spring ball kind of came in, we were doing Indy from that transition. I mean, I felt pretty comfortable right away, but I mean, it's always, you know, I never really do feel like it, you know, I'm done, I'm there, like I've got it. It's always kind of, you know, as soon as I get one thing fixed and then I start working on the next thing, it's kind of a never-ending process. But I mean, I would say definitely that I'm feeling more and more comfortable just as you get those reps.
Speaking of that, the process when you guys made the adjustment, you know, to the system that you're in now, more up tempo. From your perspective, Jack, give us an idea of how the group up front and the offense in general came along from the start of spring ball to where you guys are now.
Well, I'd say the biggest thing was just the kind of the conditioning and the speed of the game. I mean, not huddling anymore, really just get those plays in a lot faster, and you're going from one straight to the next. And I mean, especially at O-line, I mean, besides quarterback, really, you're in there every play. So I think just kind of getting that conditioning and getting that your endurance up was really the main focus.
Wider splits too with you guys up front.
Yeah, I mean, I never really noticed anything too crazy with that. Just kind of small things like that, and just kind of you notice small details and the way stuff changes throughout the play. And just with the offense in general, but nothing too crazy, really.
Well, Coach Fickle was saying toward the end of spring ball that it was great to have as much depth. I mean, a couple guys were banged up, and, you know, hopefully it'd be good to go and can be ready for a full season. But the fact so many of you were available and were able to practice, I mean, it seems like this group, I would guess you would agree, this group, the offensive line, could be a real strength of this team this year?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think this O-line is the best it's been since I've been here. We have the most talent in the room since I've been here by far. And I think that we're a tough O-line. We're a very close O-line. And I think that this O-line is really a rock. That we can really be a rock and build the team on this O-line. I'm really excited for that.
And it does seem, Jack, as though the potential there's a lot of raw talent and depth in the wide receiver room, in the quarterback room. We know about Braylon. We know about Ches. There are some other running backs I think fans will get to know about more. But the overall talent level, would you say maybe is good or the
Absolutely.
best it's been?
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, I said that about the O-line, but I would say on this team that we have the most talent on this team that's been here since I've been here. So that's something I'm really excited about.
What's the summer like for you? The workouts, we get little glimpses of what Brady Collins put you guys through. What was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was different, a lot more energy. I mean, I think we all could appreciate that. Just kind of the style of the training. I feel like it's much more personal. It's almost like you're being trained instead of just coming in and working out. So I think that's really cool, and I really, you know, I think we're really going to reap the benefits this year from that training.
Is the style or the technique different too? Because I think Brady, you guys don't really do the Olympic lifting.
Yeah. So we don't really do as much Olympic lifting. We do a lot more machines. I mean, I think anytime we get a change like that, it's nice, just kind of freshen things up and really see how your body reacts. And like I said, I'm really pumped to see what we can do this year from that training.
I was asking Alexander Smith. A lot of you guys were probably asked about this during the Squat Fest, which they were through social media. Those of us on the outside got a little glimpse. When you walked in the room that day, and the lights, the DJ, I mean, you already knew that Brady is one of those guys who turns up the volume.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, but this was even more. When you walked in there and you saw all that, what were you thinking?
I mean, to be honest, I wasn't surprised. That's what I expected. I was excited. I mean, it surpassed my expectations for sure. But you know, we had Joe Thomas there, the lights, people were getting fired up. That's something I really can appreciate. I mean, even if you're not a big social media guy, just kind of that energy that comes with all that, the lights, the music, everyone getting pumped up. I mean, it just pushes everyone to do the best they can.
Pretty cool to be able to talk to guys like Joe Thomas. Obviously, your dad too, which we have talked about that a lot. Your dad, of course, a former Badger and Badger player and a real good one. But to be able to, you know, Joe always talks about this being O-line U. There's the running backs will say it's RBU.
Yeah.
But I think it could be an O-line university too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is O-line U. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
What kind of things have you learned just from talking with Joe? Just about, it doesn't even have to be a specific technique, but the things that you pick up in your conversations with a Hall of Famer like
Well,
him.
I mean, he's a great guy, super down to earth, just your normal Wisconsin guy. But, I mean, he does give me some kind of technique pointers, to kind of talking about, you know, little things like last year I had a thumb surgery. He was telling me about certain ways he'd tape his thumbs. And so just kind of little techniques that he's learned throughout his career, and they're actually extremely helpful. I'm very thankful for that opportunity.
You mentioned before when we've talked about, you know, the smart guys up front, Tanner Bordolini, and it seems like the two kids from Cincinnati, just to take a couple of names here, Joe Huber, Jake Renfro, they've been able to just blend in right away in their time here?
Absolutely. I mean, it was really cool to see that. Kind of, they came in, you know, we hosted them on their officials and kind of showed them what it was like, and then they came here and it was just like they were one of the guys. I mean, just blended right in. I mean, they're always over at our house, kind of, you know, playing games and stuff like that. I mean, it's really cool to see just how they've came in and integrated so well.
Do you get out enough to get a sense of how excited fans are about you guys? I mean, I'm trusting you guys are all in the locker room are excited, but during the course of the summer, did you get that vibe?
I did. Yeah, people are always coming up and saying, you know, how do you like the new? You know, they want to hear everything about what's the change like and all this. You know, they want to hear everything there is about the new staff and everything like that. That's awesome to see because, you know, they're excited and they're invested, and it's, you know, I'm excited to show everyone what we can do this year.
I was going to say, final thought here, all the work that you guys put in from not long after the bowl game and spring ball and summer conditioning, it's almost like Kid at Christmas, right?
Yeah.
There's actual games that are going to be taking place here before long.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really ready to get it going here, and I think the rest of the team is too. I mean, you know, it's a lot of work, and I think that, you know, the work that we put in is really going to show here coming up here in the season.
Look forward to watching. That's Jack Nelson, Badgers left tackle. We'll take a break. More to come as we continue with the Badgers Sports Report.
I had big dreams. Then I got sick. UW Health made it their mission to give me a fresh start and a new kidney. Now my dreams are infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
These are operating engineers. They operate top-of-the-line innovative machines and build stuff that matters. And operating engineers are well paid. They even get paid to train. As an apprentice, you can make $56,000 a year from day one. During training, no school loans and no debt. When your training is complete, you'll have a stable career job that is high skill, high tech, and high pay. We need operating engineers right now. Your future can begin today.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
The non-conference portion of the schedule wraps up this Saturday as the Badgers host Georgia Southern. Kickoff set for 11 o'clock at Camp Randall. It's also Hall of Fame weekend as the class of 2023 is inducted, and among the honorees, J.J. Watt and Monte Ball. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.